Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons have battled back and made it to 500. Now they'll try to move past that mark today. It's the Vikings going up against the Falcons.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Kenny Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down after a good gain. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They run again with Foreman. And some room. And a loose football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Ryan leaves with Freeman on the draw. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
3rd down now following the run. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He finds Beckham complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Ryan on 1st down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Play clock winding down. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And out now come the Vikings. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Play fake. Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In motion right is Watkins. First down, here's the run with Cook. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Bridgewater now from the 50. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. From the gun, Bridgewater. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. On second down, Freeman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Ryan now to throw on third down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A toss to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brendan, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. A good pick up there, 26 yards. First down throw for Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. A good pick up there, a 22. First and 10, Bridgewater. This is caught, Watkins. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. To throw is Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Beckham will go in motion right. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Freeman again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 22-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On 1st down, Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Ryan. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. In the red zone this time. Coleman now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. O.J. Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They run the counter with Cook. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Let's go. Play 90.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Get out! Alert 3, alert 3.
On second down, here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Handoff comes to Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run it again with Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie our score at 14. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Ryan. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right at the 20. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. This is Coleman trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Ryan. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Play action. It's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. First down, Bridgewater. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. In motion right is Watkins. On 2nd down, Cooks. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A give. This is Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. In motion right is Watkins. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One of the things that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. And the tight end goes in motion left. Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call, and you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Ryan on second down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Again, it's Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Vikings on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater now. Buying time to his left. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
The storm windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Bridgewater. And this is caught. That's Watkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Bridgewater. Forced out, and the Vikings are in for the touchdown.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Throwing again. Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 23. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. To the ground, this time Cook. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
The Vikings will go for it. Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 22 on that. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Joey Bosa in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So out come the Falcons now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
No, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
Short game last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So the D-line's going to spread out. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open...